Hey there everyone, Drew Goldfarb from DGPicks.com. Let's take a closer look at the series between Toronto and Boston. These two teams just can't seem to get enough of each other when it comes to matching up in the postseason, the regular season. These teams just seem to always find one another, and that's going to be the case again in 2024. A round one matchup thanks to Boston losing in Game 82 and the Florida Panthers winning in Game 82, which made the Panthers division champions and knocked Boston down to the 2 seed. So they will take on the Toronto Maple Leafs, a team they have gone 4-0 against in the regular season this year, 2023-2024 season. Boston Bruins slightly favored at FanDuel to win the series, -120. Toronto +100 to come away with a series win. If you want to get risky with it, Boston minus a game and a half. So they would have to win the series 4-2, 4-1, or 4-0. The Bees would then pay out at +172 on that end. But Toronto at +100 is pretty interesting. Hear me out. I know Toronto winning round one. For the memes, you got to say, oh, they don't ever win round one. They did last year. So +100, Money Puck simulations say that Toronto should win this series, based on the computer simulations, 56% of the time. +100 is implied odds of exactly 50%, which means that there is plus EV on the Toronto side of this series result bet. That is the way the numbers go. I will always say that just because the numbers say it doesn't mean you have to go with it and agree with it, but let's take a look at some of the other numbers as well, because offensively, the Boston Bruins this season scored the 13th most goals per game in the NHL this season. Toronto, second. They were the second best offense and the best in the Eastern Conference, only trailing the Colorado Avalanche, and the difference in total goals for the season was 4. That is how close they were. Toronto's offense is undeniably very good. Now, where there is a separation on the Boston side is defensively, because the Bruins have the 5th fewest goals allowed in the NHL this season. Toronto, second worst of any playoff team at 21st in the NHL, ahead of only the Tampa Bay Lightning. Both of those teams had a lot of goaltending issues early in the season that seemed to get better as time went on. So, do you go for the better offense or the better defense over the course of the year? Again, I would say that you look at the way the value is, that does draw me in at Toronto at +100. I don't like the idea of taking Boston to win in fewer than 7 games, but what I do like, if you want to go for it, is take that prop bet of this series needing exactly 7 games, because it's the Maple Leafs in round one. If you're going to do a bet for the memes, that's the one you do, is you take Toronto to win the series, or not win the series, but anyway, to just go 7 games, because that just seems to be what the Maple Leafs do in the postseason, at least in the last 20 years or so. If you like that breakdown and you want to see more, I have breakdowns for all 8 first-round series of the 2024 NHL Stanley Cup Playoffs live right now at DGPicks.com. Also available at Patreon.com/Drew Goldfarb. You could see those picks for free because you get a free 7-day trial. So make sure you sign up at DGPicks.com or Patreon.com/Drew Goldfarb, where I've got betting picks, tips, and analysis, and more going live throughout the week on the NHL, Major League Baseball, and more. So begin your free 7-day trial today.